On the second morning of senior trip, left Morgantown, West Virginia this morning. We are on our way over to DC. We're currently in Maryland, stopped at a scenic overlook. I think we've actually stopped at higher ones than this, but this one is pretty cool, and the kids haven't seen this kind of stuff before, so it's good for them. I have no idea how to pronounce that. West Virginia is really only like 10-20 minutes that way. All the kids are out here taking pictures and everything. My wife went to go see the restrooms.
So many different things. This would probably look like something. Hey, go down the hill.
Yeah, don't trip. You'll just kind of roll forever.
Go on to the height. This is so beautiful.
I was saying this might look like something that Bob Ross would have painted.
Yeah. Man, you see that house way over there? I don't know if I can get it.
Yeah.
Talk about isolation. Or, there's a house over here on the other side of the lake.
There. That's my house. One way over there. There and there.
You have a lot of land, but if you get snowed in, you're stuck.
Yeah. Kind of have your own inlet. Yeah, I saw some crazy ones.
We're here at the Smithsonian for American History, and you walk in, first thing you see is the Batmobile, and it is glorious. Just beautiful.
It's okay to take pictures?
Yeah. And we've got the original costume from the Superman show back in the day. George Reeves would have worn long before Christopher Reeves ever did. Some other memorabilia here from different movies, much more modern. And then Storm's costume from also just recently.
It's Days of Future Past.
A lot of classic stuff here.
This is more naked.
Food.
For a while. They all close at 5 p.m.
If you notice, the scarecrow in Oz is holding
Okay, I don't know how to fix it. We'll just have to call you back.
Yep.
And where do all the other roads lead? There's a golden one, there's a red one, and there's a gray one.
That's in the books. I know, but the further details are in the books.
But I heard a radio program that made one. It was like the choices make in life, and they used Wizard of Oz. Like,
Sadly, they don't have Fonzie's jacket here anymore. It's like the only reason I come here. Kids have no idea what I'm talking about. That should be a given.
It's my little cat, my
I'm glad you're getting so much out of this.
little tunnel with a basement. Get away.
That's the oven.
I'm guessing this is where they bathe. Or they take showers.
Well, it was for ritual purity. Not quite the same thing. We are here in the Bible Museum, or Museum of the Bible, and this is what a village would have looked like in the days of Jesus. We went through a really great walkthrough, interactive experience thing, as they call it, where we got to see kind of like a walk through the Old Testament and God's prophecies through that, which is really great. They start you out in one room and you think you're just going to watch a video, and then the whole thing opens up and you end up going on like this whole journey through like a whole set of rooms. It's really neat. There's another kind of New Testament one, but the museum's going to close soon, so we don't quite have time for that one.
you know, we always hear people use their feet to squish it. It's probably more what they use than any kind of dog.
What?
You know, there's like pictures you see people squishing grapes with their feet, but it's probably more like this, like way more sanitary.
Practically.
Like you're drinking your juice. You don't want toenails in there.
Yeah,
Or
someone's
fungus.
toe cheese. Kind of messes with the flavor.
The fungus. That's the split.
Yep. Whatever they called it back then.
Gladiatorial foot. Soldier's foot. So they give me both. It didn't charge you for like the rice or anything.
This restaurant actually used to be an inn, and it's the inn where they plotted the Lincoln assassination. It's now a Chinese-Japanese restaurant. Yeah, so that's how things change. So today, let's see, we went very quickly through the Smithsonian for American history, very quickly. And then we went through the Bible Museum, saw kind of the highlights there. Not even all the parts we wanted to see. We missed some of them.
we should go back.
Yeah. Turns out it costs now. Last year it was free. This year it's more like $25 a person. So, did you guys enjoy that?
Yes, absolutely.
What did you guys enjoy about the Bible Museum?
The walkthrough.
The interactive thing, that was really cool. And then in the 3 minutes you spent in the American History Museum, what did you enjoy?
The car.
History.
The Batmobile?
Batmobile.
The Batmobile. Yeah, no one cared about the history. Okay. Or Dorothy's slippers. They don't have the Fonz's jacket anymore. Yeah. You take a picture of it with your mom? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This is about as close as we can get for a view. This is really the back, or what you're used to seeing as the back of the White House. I don't know if we'll go all the way around. And they've always got it roped off quite a bit. We've seen a lot of Secret Service so far and police and different things. Every time I've come here, there's always a bunch of little kids doing some kind of protest. So, yeah, that's America for you now. Our tired seniors from all the walking. It's only day 2 of the trip. There's much more walking to come. What?
She stepped in front of me. I was looking at her. So.
What do you think of it?
It's cool. I want to go up to it.
Yeah, I used to be able to get a lot closer. I remember even when I was a kid.
3 gates guarding it.
Yep.
Just past the blue one, I think it's...
Washington Monument is once again closed for renovations. Been like that for the last couple of years. I think the first year we actually were able to go right up to it. Not so much anymore. You're looking the wrong way, Nathan.
I know. Hi.
Here in the Rayburn office building, we're about to go see our representative, Larry Bouchon. Morning, guys. This is the 3rd day of senior trip, and so far they have survived, although there's still a lot more walking to come. So yesterday was the easy days, and made sure and stop for a restroom trip before this. Man, you can't bring like anything in here. Food, drink, water. Couldn't bring any of my fancy sparkly lotion in. Nothing. So, you know, toenail clippers will get you kicked out. Here in the Capitol building now. Really glad we're not part of one of these giant groups here.
Thanks again.
You'll have to keep an eye out for the statues from our state. I don't know if any of them in here are.
The building, you see the marble that's under your feet right there, and then the stone that's right here. The stone marks kind of the boundary to where the original structure was, but then the marble was new. We added that a little bit later on. And so the hallway that you actually see back here, that wouldn't have existed with the original building. It would be more obvious when you go into the court chamber because there are windows in there that would have looked to the outside, whereas now they actually just look into this hallway if you were to open them up.
They tell us
4 green felt
like maybe
tables right
half
in
of the
here would have
furniture is
been
from
for
the
the
19th
legal
century.
teams,
And then of that
prosecution.
19th century furniture,
And then the
first
benches that are on either side and then the 2 behind would have been for individuals to come in and watch the proceedings of the court.
actually date to the 1830s.
Back in the 1800s in Washington, there wasn't a whole lot to do. We didn't have movie theaters here. We didn't have a defending Stanley Cup champion Washington Capitals playing here downtown. So people would actually come to the Supreme Court, but then also to the House and Senate chambers to watch Congress in session, to watch the court in session. To be fair, to be perfectly fair to the lawyers and to the members, you had some highly trained, highly skilled orators that were operating here as well as upstairs. People like Daniel Webster, John Quincy Adams. Not trying to trick anybody here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. So these are the paw prints of some cat that we have here. It wouldn't have been uncommon for us to have cats in this building way back when. They were our natural form of pest control. We live in a swamp, and as a result, we have a large population, which is a city. There you go. There you go. We're fighting the war on rodents there. Okay. So this is the crypt. The crypt is basically the crypt designed around Washington. Looking around though right now. So he was really a great friend of the United States. He encouraged us to take on.
I would probably like to read more on Churchill.
Your grandpa was watching a movie about him when we were there, about his later years.
There's all his quotes too.
So this is one of our state statues. This is the governor of the state. The original Act of Union was between England and Scotland. So the formation of Great Britain between England and Scotland and Wales. At that point, I guess it was already a principality loyal to the English crown. Ireland was a colony. They were England's first. Alright, so we're going to get in, we're going to go to the other side of the room. We can go to the other side of the room and then we can take it.
There's people up there. Like you can probably tell it's like 3 deep, but in some ways it's 2 deep.
So welcome to the Rotunda. This is easily the grandest space that we have in this building. We don't use this for any official business. This is all ceremonial purposes. The most notable of which, if we have someone lying in the state in the Capitol,
most recently, maybe some of you saw President George W. Bush was lying in state here. Three people lying. Quite a busy. So, quite a lot going on in here. I'll start from the very top. It really reads like a who's who of the U.S. presidency.
We looked at that one from down below earlier.
It's not an easy thing to do. Climb up a lot of steps and so layout in here. Similar to what layout. The other Texas statue? Floor here, the speaker's roster around the Statue of Freedom, and then the gallery just behind the rear above. Once the house moves out, they took everything.
We're gonna have you guys step over in front of it. We'll get a group picture there. We always like to do that. Library of Congress is somewhere over there. Maybe that building. Yeah, right over there. Library of Congress over there.
All that security, the Tahoes, or Suburbans, or whatever they are.
Oh, who knows? I don't know. Probably. They're always doing something. We just left the Capitol. We're walking to the Air and Space Smithsonian. Here you can see the National Museum of the American Indian. And right now we're just kind of looking for food. Food truck or a restaurant or at this point kind of anything. Here in the Air and Space Museum.
It's really fun.
Classic.
Welcome, those of you who just stepped up. I want to tell you about the aeroplane sold by the American Aeroplane Supply House, like this very one behind me. And you'll notice this machine does not employ airlines. It prefers well-proven and reliable wing-borne
I got the whole world. In my hands, got the whole world. They're my hands.
We're gonna kick you out.
Every single time. Every single time. Air comes out of something.
Yeah, where was that? The Creation Museum? Or the art?
At the art. But that wasn't just air. I felt something like spew down my neck.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, no, there was something. They made like that weird
You could get a coin of that one. There's one of the flight simulators back there.
Stomach. 10,000 steps.
Here in front of the Lincoln Memorial, you can see our kids there heading up the stairs. Nathan kind of fell behind a little bit. He's having trouble with the scooter. See the Washington Monument down there, National Mall. Just past the World War II Memorial down there. Try and zoom in for you. Very nice weather today. Maybe upper 70s, very cool, not a lot of sun. We just got out of the Holocaust Museum and catching lunch now. Skylar, did you learn anything?
Yeah, I'm eating.
So that's what you learned, you're eating? Mary, did you learn anything?
Yes.
Like?
Like all never ever encountered methods and stuff from Holocaust
Did you guys learn anything today?
A lot.
Anything you can mention?
Don't forget what the Jews had to go through. God's people, they're blessed. And, never forget about it.
Yeah. Very sobering experience.
Part of the Custis Walk. The last two markers at the bottom of the stairs, on the right-hand side, the one that is now furthest out, with a small stone on top, is a grave of Edgar Evers. Now, Mr. Evers, even though he's well known in his own time for his work for the struggle for civil rights for African Americans in the South in the 50s and 60s, was indeed a veteran of the Second World War, of the Army Quartermaster Corps, and the World War II memorial tree planted right there at the head of the stairs, leading down to his marker. Now, one of the most basic components of the operations of the cemetery, as it is with other cemeteries across the country, are the markers that teach individual gravesite. And you'll notice that there are two different categories of markers. The white ones to your right, which constitute the majority percentage of all the markers here, is the standard one, which is provided by the United States government. Now, it is provided free of charge to the individual families through the Veterans Administration, and so you do have to consider a veterans benefit. The entire slab is 42 inches in length, 24 inches exposed above ground, and has been made of white marble since the latter portion of the 19th century. However, if you look to your left, you'll see a fairly wide variety of shape, sizes, colors, dimensions, the engraving on the side of the marker. Now, these are non-standard, and these are the ones that the individual families are free to purchase at their own expense and then provide to the cemetery board for setting either time determined or at a later date. Now, let's make our turn to the left. Over here on our right-hand side, we'll have the walkway coming through from our right to our left. This is the Custis Walk again, which connects Arlington House with the northern end of the property. On the left-hand side, the walkway will continue down to a grove of trees, and in the middle of the grove is a sarcophagus, the final resting place of Robert Todd Lincoln, the oldest son of Abraham Lincoln and Mary Todd, his wife Mary Harlan Lincoln, and their son Abraham Lincoln II. Mr. Lincoln, the eldest of four brothers, and the only one of the four Lincoln brothers to survive to adulthood. Also, he's the only member of the Lincoln family who's not interred at Oak Ridge Cemetery in Springfield, Illinois. Over here to your right, in Section 5, you have Supreme Court justices, about 8 of them altogether. That's William Rehnquist, third row up from the road. Also, other Chief Justices such as Warren Burger and other Associate Justices such as Oliver Wendell Holmes. Behind the Weeks Memorial, second row back, second from the left, black banner marker, the grave of Thurgood Marshall, the very first African American to be appointed to the bench of the Supreme Court. That was in 1967.
Green. You're fine. It's still cool. Sorry. Have we seen this in the past years?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been in the back.